Title: Rising from the Ropes, Ty's Boxing Saga. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows over the worn-out gym where Ty Johnson, a young African-American boxer with dreams as big and vast as the night sky, laced up his gloves. His older brother, Craig Johnson, had once walked the same path to become the legendary heavyweight champion. Growing up, Ty had always looked up to his older brother. Craig was a successful boxer, known for his strength, speed, and agility in the ring. He had become the world heavyweight boxing champion and had made a name for himself in the boxing world. Ty's journey was not just about chasing a title, it was about stepping out of his brother Craig's shadow and etching his own name in the archives of boxing history. Ty's fists rumbled the beat of his determined heart as he pounded the heavy bag. The gym's air was thick with the scent of sweat and aspiration, a testament to the countless hours he'd spent perfecting each hook, jab, and uppercut. The dream that ignited within him was a flame that refused to flicker, but he knew it wouldn't be an easy journey. He had seen firsthand the intense training and grueling fights that his brother had gone through to rise to the top. And Ty was ready to go through some of the very same challenges to achieve his goal. Under the watchful eye of Coach Jackson, Ty's days were filled with grueling workouts, technical drills, and sparring sessions that pushed his limits. He spent hours training, working on his footwork, his speed, and his strength. Each drop of sweat, every ache, was a step closer to his goal. The hard, intense training combination unfolded like a symphony of dedication, showcasing Ty's resilience, determination, commitment, and unwavering spirit. His coach, a grizzled veteran of the boxing world, pushed him to his limits, determined to make him the best boxer he could be. The boxing ring became Ty's sanctuary, a place where he transformed his pain into power, his fear into ferociousness. The echoes of his brother's triumphs served as a continuous reminder that greatness was within his grasp, but it wouldn't be handed to him. He had to seize the moment with his own two hands. Ty's journey through the boxing ranks was not without its own challenges. Each opponent he faced carried a story, a hunger for success that mirrored his own desire. Ty's first few fights were a mix of nerves and excitement. But with each win, he gained more confidence and eager determination. He knew that with every victory, he was one step closer to his ultimate goal of beating his brother and claiming the title of World Heavyweight Boxing Champion. The boxing world watched as Ty, with fists that seemed to dance with purpose, overcoming adversities and etching his mark with resounding victory after victory. Rivalries surfaced, adding layers of intense competition onto Ty's path. As his career progressed, Ty faced many challenges. He fought against opponents who were bigger, stronger, and more experienced. But he refused to back down and refused to quit. He pushed himself harder, both in the gym and in the ring, knowing that his hard work and focused determination would pay off in the end. The booming applause and the roaring crowds fueled his conviction. In the center of the ring, Ty wasn't just fighting for himself, he was fighting for every dreamer who dared to defy the odds despite their circumstances. As Ty climbed through the rankings, the moment of truth drew near. The biggest challenge for Ty came when he had to face his brother in the ring. It was a matchup that had been talked about for months, a fight that would decide who was truly the best boxer in the world. The world anxiously anticipated the clash between Ty and his older brother, Craig, now retired but still a living legend in the boxing realm. The arena buzzed with electricity as the siblings faced off, an epic collision of past and future, of mentorship and ambition. The atmosphere in the arena was electrifying as the two brothers stepped into the ring. The crowd was cheering, and the tension was visible. Ty and Craig stood in their corners, their eyes locked onto each other, both determined to win. The bell rang, and fists flew like poetry in motion. The canvas beneath their feet absorbed the echoes of familial rivalry. In that ring, Ty was not just fighting his brother, he was fighting the legacy that bound them together. The stakes were much higher than any title was, it was a battle for identity, for the right to be recognized and acknowledged as an individual force in the boxing world. It was an intense battle, with each brother giving it their all. Blow after blow, they exchanged punches, neither one of them backing down. The final rounds were an orchestra of blood, sweat, and sheer willpower. Each punch Ty threw carried the weight of dreams, and every dodge was a testimony of his journey. As the judges' scores were declared, the crowd held its breath. The verdict echoed through the arena. Ty Johnson, the once aspiring protege, had emerged the victor. The heavyweight belt gleaming around his waist, and the roar of the cheering crowd blended with the rhythmic pounding of his heart. Tai had not only defeated his brother but had conquered the doubts, the struggles, and the overshadow that haunted him. As Tai stood in the triumphant glow of the arena spotlight, the heavyweight championship belt settled upon his shoulders. His arms raised in victory, Tai couldn't believe it. He had beaten his brother and had become the new world heavyweight boxing champion. Tears of joy streamed down his face as he hugged his brother, knowing that this victory was not just his, but theirs. The accolades, the cheers, and the flashing camera lights couldn't drown out the echoes of the sacrifices that were made and the battles that were fought to get to this very moment. Being a champion demanded more than just skill and will, it demanded resilience and the discipline to face newfound expectations. From that day on, Tai Johnson was known as the undisputed world heavyweight boxing champion. He had achieved his ultimate goal, and he knew that none of it would have been possible without the love and support of his brother, Craig. The road ahead was more than just defending a title, it was about how to cope with the newfound limelight that came with the championship belt. Tai instantly became a symbol of hope for the aspiring boxers and dreamers, and with that recognition came the heavy responsibility of carrying dreams that extended far beyond his own. As he looked back on his journey, Tai realized that it wasn't just about winning the title, but about the lessons he had learned along the way. The importance of hard work, determination, and never giving up on your dreams. And for Tai, that was the greatest victory of all. In the midst of the celebrations, a dark cloud lingered, the doubt that had been Tai's constant companion, the fear of not living up to high expectations, and the anxiety of becoming just a mere footnote in the history of the sport. Late-night workouts in the dimly lit gym became his comfort zone, a battleground against the dark shadow that threatened to infringe upon his hard-earned glory. Tai's toughest opponent wasn't even a boxer in the ring, it was his internal struggle to prove that he wasn't just another one-hit wonder, but an undoubted force in the boxing realm. As Tai grappled with his internal demons, a surprise awaited him. Craig, his older brother and one-time rival, stepped back into the gym. The gaze that met Tai's was not one of competition but of a mentor recognizing the burden soon to be carried by the newly crowned champion.
Every champion faces a moment of reckoning, Tai.
Craig spoke, his voice a blend of experience, wisdom, and genuine brotherly concern.
It's not just all about the fight in the ring, it's also about the fight to stay humble and true to yourself.
Now with Craig's guidance, Tai discovered that the true legacy of a champion wasn't solely measured by championship belts and victories. It was magnified in the lives that were touched, the inspirations that were ignited, and the grueling disciplined path paved for others to follow. The gym transformed into a hub of mentorship, where Tai, now both a champion and a mentor, helped shape the destinies of the next generation of boxers. Tai's story became a beacon of inspirational hope for those who dared to dream beyond their circumstances, reminding them that the journey was just as significant as the destination that they have chosen. Years passed, and Tai faced his final bout. The arena that once witnessed his star rise now erupted in roars of cheers as he stepped inside the ring, not as a challenger, but as a boxing legend bidding a farewell. Opposite him stood a young hungry rising star, eyes gleaming with the same intense fire Tai once possessed. The fight was a passing of the torch, a symbolic gesture of the cycle nature of greatness. Tai, with grace and humility, passed on the mantle, knowing that the true measure of a champion was not only in how they climbed but also in how they helped others ascend. As Tai Johnson basked in the warmth of his budding retirement, he couldn't shake the feeling that his journey was far from over. On the contrary, beyond the honors and accolades lay unventured territory, the realm of inspiring others to discover the champions within oneself. Working on establishing a foundation for aspiring boxers, Tai dedicated himself to the nurturing of raw talent. The gym, once a battleground for his personal victories, now echoed with the pulsing tempo of gloves connecting with bags and the laughter of young fighters dreaming of their own triumphs. Tai's motivational sessions weren't just about physical prowess, but about instilling the unshakable spirit that defined a true champion. Tai's influence extended beyond the confines of the boxing gym. He became a motivational speaker, sharing the highs and lows of his journey. His words resonated not just with budding athletes but with anyone facing the uphill battles of life. Tai's impact reached a pinnacle peak when he established the Tai Johnson Foundation, dedicated to empowering underprivileged youth through sports, education, and hard work. The gym transformed into a hub of transformation, where dreams were not just seen but chased with unyielding determination. In the twilight of his years, Tai stood in the gym, surrounded by the faces he had molded into humble, disciplined champions. The moment was impactful, a crowning moment of a lifetime spent chasing dreams, overcoming obstacles, and inspiring others to do the same. As he passed the torch to the next generation, Tai spoke with a fire that transcended age.
Your journey might not be easy, But remember, it's the challenges that sculpt champions. Embrace the struggle, for within it lies the strength to conquer.
Ty Johnson's story wasn't just about boxing, it was a testament to the transformative power of perseverance, passion, and mentorship. The boxing gym, now a haven for dreams and dreamers, stood as a living monument to the idea that every individual possessed the potential to rise above their circumstances. The motivational message embedded in Ty's legacy echoed beyond the confines of the gym, resonating with anyone who dared to dream and aspire toward. It was a reminder that the true measure of a champion lay not only in personal victories but in the ability to uplift others on their journey.
A parting message. Life's ring is filled with rounds of challenges and triumphs. Embrace each punch, for within it lies the strength to discover the champion within. The bell may ring, but the echoes of your resilience will resound far beyond the final round. Keep fighting, keep believing, and remember, every champion was once a contender who refused to give up.
Ty Johnson's story lives on as an enduring testament to the everlasting motivation found within the human spirit. The end.